Welcome to the Bison Coaches Corner. I'm Jeremy Jorgensen, joined by head men's basketball coach Saul Phillips. We're here to talk about Bison men's basketball. A fantastic weekend at the Bison Sports Arena. There's only a few games left in the old BSA. This one was rocking and rolling, though, as the South Dakota State Jackrabbits came in. And Saul, you got the victory. The crowd was great. I mean, you couldn't have had a better weekend.
It was really nice to see the support that we got from our crowd. I don't think you could have jammed another person into that arena. I thought it was a really good college basketball arena, and I thought our guys responded very well to it.
The BSA even looks good when it's crowded, right?
Good? I don't know. You might be overstepping your bounds there.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, it looks better when there's more people in it, but good.
Now, South Dakota State had been rolling coming into that game, had won 6 in a row, 2 road sweeps, had been out rebounding people, had been playing better defense. What was the game plan like as you prepared for these guys? They looked different than they did as you went into the Brookings game.
Well, they've been playing very good basketball. Their emphasis has been on the interior, Cody Larson, guys like that inside, but we knew they'd attack us inside. There you got Marshall finishing around the glass. I thought he set a tone early on. We missed a switch on that one, and Dykstra knocks down a 3. We didn't do that very often. I thought they had a hard time getting comfortable against us.
Now down low, Larson really had a tough day. What's the game plan with him? Just kind of get physical with him? That's really what it looked like.
Well, he's a pretty physical kid himself. I thought our length at time was pretty good. I thought we used our length well against him. You see LA finish into the rim there. He's had a terrific year. It kind of goes under the radar, but he's been a rock for us all year long. Those are ugly feet.
Barefoot.
Those are ugly feet.
Good day to be barefoot, though. It's warm in there.
How about that Mike Felt jump hook? By the way, I'm going barefoot for Samaritan's feet. They're not because I'm making some sort of statement about Jimmy Buffett lifestyle.
Hey, I thought Lawrence Alexander's penetration was huge in this game. Did you see that on film, like it could potentially work during this game?
Yeah, he can get to the lane of a lot of people, so I don't think we're necessarily picking on anybody in particular. I just thought that he was aggressive, and you see there a good change of direction, terrific finish.
Now this game, as it played out, you really kept them at arm's length. They did make a couple of runs, got it to within 10, but plays like that, momentum changes were huge. Trayvon.
That was a pretty impressive dunk and a gather. That was a great post move there as well. You didn't see 2 shot fakes and a step through on that one. Lob here. That was our press break working properly. We had a couple where it didn't, but that's okay. We got that one down. Trayvon had just a terrific night.
Yeah, he did. Now, that press that they threw on you, did that surprise you, or was that kind of out of necessity for them because they were down so far they had to create some turnovers?
Well, we talked about the fact that they could come into pressure coming out of the break. They did it out of a timeout. They had called timeout after a made field goal. So we knew it might be coming. How we handled it, like I say, the first 2 breaks were pretty good. Then we had 3 that were awful, and then 1 that was good at the end. So that's not good enough. We certainly need to get back to work on that a little bit.
You see the final 74-59. I also wanted to talk about Taylor Braun. Taylor, wasn't a big part of this game as far as scoring, but that's a great sign, isn't it? You don't need Taylor to score 30 every night. There's other guys on this team. Trayvon stepped up, and Marshall was his steady Eddie, so you don't always need that. That's a great facet of this team, isn't it?
Well, I would say this, that, if Taylor's going to go 1 for 6, at least he touched the game in a lot of other ways. Absolutely. Defensively, I thought he made some really good reads off the screen and roll to get Auburn a couple buckets, to get Marshall a couple buckets, and just the attention he commanded. He's been right around 30 the last 2 times we've played South Dakota State. I thought they did a good job of keying in on him. I really did. And you know what? To Taylor's credit, I think he did a good job of getting his teammates involved.
Now, Saul, you have that #1 seed by the throat right now. You just need 1 win to get it. You got 2 home games remaining. You're sitting in a great, great position to really wrap this league up this week.
Well, we need 1 win, or a combination of a couple losses. Right. I think the best way to do it is to go out there and try to get a win on Thursday, but you got a mulligan in your back pocket. It's kind of like me standing on the first tee at the golf course. I'm always going to have 2 balls ready to go. I think more important than that right now, we're playing pretty well. I think we just want to build on that. I think that's the biggest thing. And I would love to cut down the nets on Thursday. That'd be a great thing. Are we going to be able to? Well, we need to progress. We need to get better. But it would be certainly, last time we won the league, we did it on the road at Oral Roberts. It'd be nice to win 1 at home. And we certainly have that chance a couple times. I hope the crowd comes out and enjoys it because chance to clinch a championship doesn't happen every day on your home court.
Yeah, and if fans, if you're thinking about whether you want to come out to the games or not, this is a big deal, and neither one of these games are a layup, are they? I mean, South Dakota is better than they were last year, and Denver's a new member of the league that we lost to early in the year.
They're far from a layup.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
Not even close. That didn't even enter my mind. We really were fortunate to get out of Vermillion with a win against South Dakota, and Denver flat out took it to us. So, hey, it's tough. It's a good league this year. Right now, we're sitting in a good spot.
Yeah.
Ask me how I feel on Thursday night.
Now, Boots, Dave Boots was the longtime coach of USD. He's gone now. How are they different now?
They play almost entirely man, which is a big departure from how they played under Boots. And I'll say this, Boots had great success there, did wonderful things. I'm telling you, they've really done a nice job under Joey James. I mean, he's done a terrific job of kind of instituting a culture there, defensively in particular. They're tough to score on now.
And Denver on Saturday, they play a very slow game. I think the second slowest team tempo-wise in the nation this year. They play that Princeton-style offense. Their coach has Princeton ties. Tell us about them a little bit, and our fans aren't really used to them.
They are an extremely efficient offense. They play a very deliberate style play, lots of back cuts, lots of fades, lots of threes. And they've got a terrific player in Udofi inside that's one of the better players in the league.
How did that game play out for those who didn't see it at Denver? It ended up being a loss, I think some missed free throws and such, but kind of summarize that game for us.
Yeah, we dug ourselves quite a hole. Some turnovers, some inefficiency on offense, and then as we were coming back, we were putting ourselves in position to win, and we missed a handful of free throws down the stretch, including some front end of one-on-ones that were uncharacteristic of us. We went through that little 2-game mini free throw slump, 3-game mini free throw slump, and that game got us.
One win from a conference championship. You got your scissors and ladder ready to go for one of these games at least?
Well, you got to have them on standby anyway. But, again, forget about everything else. Just continue to play better than you played yesterday. Just get a little bit better today, and that's kind of where we're at.
And also, I want to note, too, the 1 seed this year gets a bye in the conference tournament. You don't play till Monday night. You also wrap up an NIT bid to have that in your back pocket. It's a big deal. There's a lot that goes with getting the number 1 seed, isn't there?
There is. There certainly is. And, I think most importantly, it proves that you were the best team throughout the course of the entire season. I've always been a big proponent in celebrating the regular season champs, maybe more so than we do. In our sport, we get so focused on March and 3-game or 2-game tournaments in March. And that defines the success of your career. The truth of the matter is, to get a part of a regular season championship, which we have now, says you figure it out pretty good for an entire year. That's important to me.
Well, good luck to you this weekend, Saul. Thanks for your time.
Thanks.
Hard to win a championship, folks. Come out and celebrate it. There's statewide MeTV coverage on Thursday. There is statewide coverage on Saturday as well. HD coverage on NBC and also ESPN3 for that Denver game. 790 KFGO as well. But we'd love to see you at the Bison Sports Arena. Let's pack that place and celebrate what is about to come for this Bison basketball team. Well, have a good week. We'll recap those games for you next week here on the Bison Coaches Corner.